Parents strongly caution the following programs are intended for mature audiences over the age of 18. These programs may contain some material that many parents would not find suitable for children and may include intense violence, sexual situations, coarse language, and suggestive dialogue.
Yo, what's good? Welcome back to Absolute Hysteria, the podcast, episode number 2. We're going to be talking about rap beef this week. Rap beef. Past, present, and all that good shit. This week I got a couple special guests with me. I got my two brothers from two different mothers and all that good shit. From one part of the country, we got my brother Kinkaid.
Hey,
From
yo.
the other part of the country, we got the other brother, Wicked motherfucking Wayz.
Yeah. What up, dog?
Yes, sir. And shout out to Kid Jewel. Kid Jewel was going to join us as well, but he had some family emergencies, and he will probably jump on next week. So shout out to Kid Jewel. Hopefully everything's going good with that guy.
Man, take care of that, boy. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. So hopefully everybody's is figuring out what's going on. I kind of figured out what was going on with the Facebook and the YouTube thing. Apparently StreamYard has completely redid everything, and Facebook has it set up now to where you can't just post like you normally could and just watch the stuff. You actually have to set up a Facebook event, and you have to like or go or click that you're going, and then you can watch. Or you can just go to YouTube directly to my page and watch it there.
So they making everything harder.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of people that I see in the comments right now, they're tuning in via Facebook. So we got Dankets Magic said, yo, whoop, whoop.
Whoop, whoop.
We got Nick Robb said, whoop, whoop.
What up, Nick? What up, Nick?
Eric Whitler said, what's up, bros?
What up, homie? What up, Eric?
Kinkaid said, what's up?
What up, player? Wish I could be there tonight. Glad you could tune in. Glad you could be joining us tonight.
Nick Robb also said, hashtag fear the motherfucking glow.
Straight up, homie. You know what time
it is. Yes, sir. So, man, this week is a topic that I've been looking forward to covering for a while. We got motherfucking rap beefs, past, present, all that good shit. But before we jump into the meat and potatoes of the thing, we're going to go and we're going to cover some normal segments that we do here. We got our regular segment, and we got a brand new segment to introduce this week. Let's go. Let's kick it off with the news segment, though. So we got some breaking news this week. all horror heads are kind of disappointed this week. I saw this via social media. Looks like Brad Dourif, the voice of Chucky, will be retiring from acting, but will continue collaborating on Chucky projects with Don Mancini. Dourif expressed his gratitude for the series, his bond with Mancini, and cited his return was for his daughter Fiona. So the series he came back on, the TV series, I guess he did that for his daughter. So shout out to Brad Dourif. I mean, nobody's going to play the voice of Chucky like that, man.
Hell no. Been doing that shit a long time.
Yeah, since I was a kid.
I think he's besides the one remake with Mark Hamill, he's been the only voice of Chucky. Am I correct? Kinkaid?
Yep. Yes, sir.
Hell yeah. Man, people keep. God damn it! Hold on, guys. I don't know why people can't pay attention and follow instructions. Just go to my last status on Facebook, click on the YouTube link, and it works because there's people watching and commenting. All right, go ahead. Anyway, back to it. Next bit of news. We have, for all my 80s kids, and I know I'm not sure what you were into, but I know me and Jamie were definitely into this. Me and Kinkaid. There has been a new movie slated to be released. What y'all know about The Last Ronin?
Great comic series.
You know what that is, D?
Yeah. Yeah,
Are you familiar with?
Yeah,
I'm familiar with The Last Ronin? Yeah, so hopefully that's what's going to be. It's supposed to be released. I didn't get a date on it though. That's the only thing. I didn't get a date. I know they said it was already in production, but I didn't get a date on it. I have to come back to that one and give y'all a date
sooner than later.
I do too, man. Because from what I've read and seen in the little fan thing they did on YouTube, that's going to be some fire, man. Telling the stories of I don't want to give any spoilers away for those who don't know the story.
Yeah, because the comic, the comic series itself is a great read.
Exactly. All right. So, in national news, what y'all think about? I don't know if you've heard about it, but did you guys see where this 37-year-old radical set himself on fire in front of the courthouse at the Trump hush money trial?
Oh, that's it. Did you see his clip? See his video he posted right before it?
Yeah, where he went on social media and was telling people what he was getting ready to do.
He said, "For the revolution."
He says 420 time about to go up in smoke.
Hey, straight up, bro. Hey, but man, and like he was, I don't know, bro. That shit. Oh, talking about crash test dummy.
Right.
You never
Let's set it off. Literally.
Do, man. Yeah, exactly. And it was crazy listening to people's reactions. They're like, man, the dude reached in his bag and grabbed a bunch of propaganda, a bunch of pamphlets and shit, was throwing them up and shit. Then the next thing they know, they look over and he's got a can of like accelerant pouring it all over himself.
I caught the clip. I think it was CNN. They was live when like the flames, when he bursted into flames, and she's like, "Oh my God, somebody just like." Man.
They couldn't. The bad thing was it took a while to get him out because he poured so much fluid on himself. They couldn't hardly get him out.
Yeah, bro. That's a wrong stance to take.
You got to be nobody's really sure exactly. Like they said that he would, they looked into his stuff and he was like a big conspiracy theorist, but they don't know exactly why he had chose the Trump trial to do it. Maybe because it was the biggest thing on media at that point.
He got a little attention, but I don't know if it's the type of attention that he's, you know what I mean? I don't know if it's going to carry on like he wanted.
Right? He grabbed that fucking attention right while the pussy, for sure.
Oh, actual, hey, facts for sure. I don't know.
Not my cup of tea.
Yeah, there's a lot of ways to go out in glory, man, but I am not trying to go out in a blaze of glory. That's for sure.
No, I'm good.
That's the most painful way I think in the world to go out is to sit there and melt.
Man, I would think that or drowning. You know what I mean? They're both fucking pretty much up there.
Yeah. All right. So the next bit of news for all you wrestling fans out there, there's been speculations as to two different things that could possibly happen with Mr. Vincent Kennedy McMahon, which you know is in a lot of trouble right now for bribery, sexual misconduct, amongst a bunch of other things that he's in trouble for. They're saying if Trump gets reelected as president, that him and McMahon stay in steady contact, and they believe that Trump's going to end up dropping his charges, like, you know, buddy for buddy type thing. And they're also saying that it's a possibility after all this is over with that McMahon is scheduled or in the talks of starting a whole nother wrestling federation.
Let's hope not.
Yeah. And they're saying, you know, there's a lot of big players that he has in his pocket still that he could pull, you know what I mean? With more than likely they'll be older dudes, but I don't know, man. Or will he go out and buy one that's already established?
Yeah, but how many people actually going? You know what I mean? I don't know how many people gonna ride with him, bro.
It depends on how the court thing goes. Like if he gets if he gets off with it, then they might be more subjective to work with him. But if he ends up going down for it, yeah, I don't see too many people trying to be associated with the man.
I think even if he gets off, it's still gonna take, you know, it's gonna take time for it to fucking blow over before people feel comfortable enough to be seen in the limelight with him. You know what I mean?
I'm not a wrestler, and I wouldn't touch it. He could offer me $100,000. I'm like, nah, I'm good.
He's like dirty motherfucker, boy. He like, come here. He's shitting on him literally.
Decker said, I got lit up with some acetone that sparked up on a bunch of rags. Shit was insane. I would never want that. It was white flames and I couldn't breathe. The air was so burnt up. Damn, bro.
Oh yeah, bro. I'm good. What up, Zach? What up, Bree? Zach's back in the ER. Damn, homie.
Zach Harrington? Oh,
yep.
Yeah.
Y'all still in Kansas City, or did you make it back to the field at least?
Hopefully everything's all right with Zach, man. Shout out to Zach. Get well soon, homie.
Man, back to Vince, so bro, how you gonna shit on the bitch and then go shower and make her continue and then come back and go back to work? Like, damn, let her at least clean up a little bit. Like, oh, grimy ass.
I bet his favorite artist is Biggie Smalls. If you
He's
know,
like, hey, bitch, you continue to fucking do what you're doing. I'm gonna go clean up. I gotta wipe my ass. I'll be back. Keep that shit in your hair, ho.
Hell no.
What the fuck?
Poor Vince. Poor Vince.
Poor Vince. Poor woman.
Like, he come back from the shower doing his ring walking shit with his fucking arms. Like, yeah, bitch.
Tag. He was him and old Laurinaitis were tagging in and out, getting them hot tags.
He over there holding the corner of the bedpost, like, tag me in.
Hell no. Well, that was it for the news this week, man. So tune in next week for some brand new news. And now we're going to jump into the news segment here on Absolute Hysteria. It's a
what up, Zazel? What's picking, homie?
Where's the homie at? Zazel? Yeah, what up, Zazel? What's picking?
Booger Man
We're gonna
himself.
jump in to the news segment here.
Make way for the Booger Man.
New segment called Fact or Fiction. Let's get it. New segment called Fact or Fiction, where we're going to bring up something that I have seen in the last week that made me think, is this real or is this cap? And mostly it's a lot of it's to do with either music or movies and stuff. So we're going to start off this week. Looks like I got 3 of them this week. And we're going to start off with a Rob Zombie series, Fred, based on Freddy Krueger, featuring DJ Qualls. What y'all know? Y'all know anything about this, or do you think it's fact or fiction?
Man, I heard it was trash.
Say what? I heard trash, and I heard possible fact.
Yeah, I heard it was in the makings.
What do you think, Kinkaid?
Straight gonna be trash if it exists.
Yeah. Well,
unfortunately, with the Rob Zombie, the Halloweens.
First one was good. Second one was utter garbage. Hot vomit.
I think. Okay. First of all, it is fiction. If it did exist, I would kind of be interested in seeing it because I do love Rob Zombie. But hold on. Yeah, Bree knows the business. It's fake. But if it was real, like I said, because of Rob Zombie, I'd give it a try. The Freddy Krueger in the actual picture there looked horrible. DJ Qualls, I just don't know about DJ Qualls playing a fucking Freddy Krueger.
My opinion on that, I mean, don't get me wrong, DJ Qualls is a great actor, but I mean, we already had Jackie Haley, and they kind of have the same look and the same image. I mean, if you look at the makeup, it kind of looks like, you know, it's modeled after Jackie. So I mean, we already had one nobody liked. I mean, we're going to have another one that nobody's going to like by a director who's either hit or miss.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I couldn't stand that remake. They did, man. That shit, bro.
The first one was good, but that second one, bro, like it lost me. Like I've watched it once and I refuse to watch it again. It was just straight trash.
All right. So on to the next, we have The Leprechaun with Peter Dinklage and Jennifer Aniston.
I'm here for it.
Hey,
yeah, I'm fuck with that, bro.
Yep.
I mean, I was excited when I seen it because Peter Dinklage is one of my favorite dudes that could actually do the Leprechaun.
Yeah, for sure.
He'd be dope. He'd have the comedy, the look, everything. I mean, it'd be a solid film or series.
As of right now, it is a fiction. But the only thing is, it's kind of one of those that's in the middle because they said that they haven't announced the actor yet. There's a Leprechaun that supposedly that's being written right now, but they haven't officially gave the name of the person that's playing it. So it could end up being Peter Dinklage if people make enough noise and he accepts the role. But as of right now, there's no names being attached to it. So it's
as long as it's not Hornswoggle Leprechaun, I'm good.
Hornswoggle, yeah. The Hornswoggle version of the Leprechaun was definitely
hot garbage.
Bree's 2 for 2 tonight.
Killing it.
Let's see what you can get with this one, Bree. the third one on the list, actually there's four. One of the images didn't work, so I don't have an image for one of them. This one right here really pissed me off, and I was on the phone with Kinkaid when I seen this. But we have the Goonies remake. This was posted on what is his fucking name? What's the kid's name? Kinkaid, help me here.
Which kid?
Corey Feldman. Corey Feldman, who played in the first Goonies. He
posted that.
Yeah, he posted that they were redoing it. Then when I checked into it, apparently that was a April Fool's joke. Apparently that there was really no plans on redoing it.
Because it ended up like when he brought back the Lost Boys and we got one hell of a shit show.
Yeah, I don't know if I wouldn't fuck with that, man. I don't know, man. You can't, you got to leave that one alone.
I mean, I'd watch it.
I'd watch it, but I don't think they're gonna be able to. You know what I mean?
Right.
They could just come out corny if they was to try that.
Yeah, I totally agree. It's a classic that they should just leave alone for sure.
Yeah, they keep ruining our childhood. That's for certain right there.
But the next one on the list, I don't have the picture didn't upload properly. But the next one I seen today actually, and I've been watching people go crazy with it. People think it's real, but the trailer that went up, you could tell that it was pieced together from 3 movies. But Nightmare on Elm Street 2025 with Millie Bobby Brown, the girl from Stranger Things. They dropped a trailer today on it. Yeah, it's fake as shit. Like, you could tell that they took it from Stranger Things and the last Freddy Krueger movie, and they kind of put shit together.
Oh, fan made.
Oh yeah, it was definitely fan made. I mean, would I think that she would be interesting to see her in a Freddy Krueger movie?
Yeah, I mean, she make a good kill girl.
Yeah, I don't know if you've seen her last movie that she put out on Netflix called Damsel. It's a new movie that she put out this year on Netflix. It's called Damsel. It's like it takes place in the old time, like with the dragons and the kings and medieval type times. But pretty good movie, man. She actually had a really good role. Like I actually liked her in Stranger Things as well. What's it say? Zach says no, but I say make it probably.
What about that new Edward Scissorhands? You seen something on that?
No, actually I haven't.
I can't say I have.
I seen something about it. They were supposed to. I don't know if it's legit or not, but
we might have to. Let's mark that down. I'll mark that down. We'll do that next week. We'll cover that. We'll do some digging on it and see what we can come up with for next week.
I'll be down for that though.
Yeah, I'll talk with that.
We're going to hell yeah. We're going to jump into a commercial, then we're going to come right back and we're going to hit this the main topic of the week, guys. Man, what the fuck is wrong with this TV?
I'm praying over and over again. Father, forgive me for all of my sins before this pain consumes my soul. This is not how my story ends. I've been begging and begging you, please take this pain away from me. Grant my heart eternal peace and watch my enemies bleed. I'm praying over and over again. Father, forgive me for all of my sins before this pain consumes my soul. This is not how my story ends. I've been begging and begging you, please take this pain away from me. Grant my heart eternal peace and watch my enemies bleed.
All right, man. Shout out to Kinkaid for the nice little commercial there. So, rat beef. past and present.
I know a thing or two about that.
Has really influenced the culture in a negative and a good way. Negative, of course, we know the ones who really did mean what they were talking about, it got physical. The ones who really wasn't about that basically just elevated it into more like people these days want to diss each other just to get plays. So
wow,
there's two different types of beef, I guess you would say.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Just like Big said, what's beef?
that shit for sure I can't get behind, bro. Are you trying to promote like, yeah, that's just not cool, man. Motherfuckers can get hurt behind this shit for real.
We've seen it firsthand.
Yeah, I see it all the time. I see it daily. I see people daily trying to start fake beefs just to get views or to get interactions and stuff like that.
Bro, I had not to cut you off, but I had somebody hit me up. It was probably about 3 weeks ago, and he's new to the rap scene. But he hit me up asking if I was, wanted to cooperate in some fake beef. I'm like, bro, do you not know my resume, homie? The fuck would make you think I want to participate in something like that, dog? I ain't got time for that shit.
Yeah, for sure.
Brad's definitely right. Definitely clout chasing firsthand.
That shit's weird.
And Beetlejuice too. That's a fact. That's actually happening.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a good one there.
I'm here for it.
I'm waiting on that.
It's actually happening. I think it's dropping at the end of this year.
Yeah, they already tore down the house and shit. The house they built for it, it's already down.
Oh, it's all good. Backwards Giant. You can go back on YouTube after we're done. You can go back on YouTube and rewatch it as much as you want, player. But yeah. So the first beef I've got on my little list here, one of the most notorious is if you go to Google and you type in rap beef, this one's gonna pop up probably number one. Nas and Jay-Z. You got Ether versus Super Ugly. What y'all's thoughts about that? What y'all think about the Nas and Jay-Z beef?
Well, all right, man. Well, one thing I can't say about the Nas and Jay-Z beef is that it was one-sided. Everybody feels like Nas utterly destroyed him, but you're just putting Super Ugly when Takeover was there too. Both hard songs. Jay highly delivered. So Super Ugly is definitely slept on, and don't get me wrong, I always feel like Nas got the best because Ether's just that song. But it definitely wasn't one-sided like everybody thinks. I thought it was, a very good beef, and to see it, come full circle years later and them squashing everything and working together, that was a big one.
Man, I'm not real big on the East Coast shit. Of course, I'm familiar with the beef and whatnot. I don't fuck with nothing Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? So I don't care.
Not for everybody.
Yeah, no. He's got a couple, but I just don't fuck with that cat, man.
Hell yeah.
So it could be whoever against Jay-Z, and I'm gonna ride with whoever. You know what I mean?
He's a fucking.
Hove's definitely not for everybody, man. Hove's got his supporters. He's got people that don't care about him, and then of course he's got the reputation he's got now. Everybody thinks he's a puppet.
I pay attention, bro. I'm behind the scenes on a lot of shit, as everybody knows. So I pay attention to shit, and they that shit's real. And even back then, it was all that secret dissing and shit like that. I'm not with all that shit. You know what I mean? And doing motherfuckers grimy, that you consider your homies. You know what I mean? With the Dame Dash, and the situation and Aaliyah, that's just faulty shit. You know what I mean? It's a lot. It's a lot to it. Even if you paid attention, aside from what you hear now, you know, even back then, like behind the music, but it just the music up front. Like I just didn't fuck with it. Like I don't fuck with a lot of East Coast shit anyway. You know what I mean? It's select, it's hit or miss, but I wasn't fucking with his shit.
Hell yeah. And I agree with Kinkaid a lot, man. Like I thought that both sides were dope. Ether was a crazy track. But Jay-Z had Takeover. He had like
Takeover was cold.
He had 3 or 4 tracks that he did that involved Nas. He had Takeover was first, and then Super Ugly, and then he did 2 other tracks on his album that kind of took shots.
Plus massive amounts of subliminals.
Yeah. So that beef definitely was not one-sided. I definitely agree with Kinkaid there. I think that Jay got his licks in, but it was good to see it come full circle and get resolved as well.
Yeah.
You know, because those are 2 powerhouses in the culture, regardless of what you think of them.
They've definitely done a lot for hip hop. That's for sure.
Number 2 on the list was definitely another one of those beefs that was, you type it in, you're going to get this right off the bat. This is what we brought the East versus the West in this one, which doesn't make sense to me because they're both from the East, but the West Coast was on Tupac's back. But Tupac versus Big, even though Pac was from the East. But
I mean, my opinion on that, I mean, I'm a big fan. The whole issue started around a song that Big had made prior to Tupac being shot, you know, and he still stands on it to this day that it wasn't, you know, any kind of sneak diss or any kind of premonition song or that it was already planned. It's just something that happened. But overall, in that issue, bro, like Pac came at him. Pac came barrels blazing and cooking. I mean, that's just my opinion.
I agree. I agree 100%. And took it way beyond. Like if you listen to the interviews and shit, like, you know, there was real moments with Faith being around Pac, and you know, so he wasn't just on there doing what motherfuckers do, talking shit, trying to pull strings. He definitely you know, he was in his feelings on it. You know what I mean? That motherfucker was really, but to take it East versus West, you know, like even they said, and everybody involved was like media played that bigger than what it was. You know, they made it East versus West, you know.
Yeah, Snoop Dogg was definitely the voice on that the media took it somewhere where it really wasn't, because, you know, Snoop was still fucking with a lot of East Coast rappers.
Yeah. Well, that what he pulled at the Source Awards, you know what I mean, when he went up there, and you know, he's the one that kind of, you know, he helped with the, you know, he gave the media a reason to run with it when he pulled it, you know, what y'all ain't fucking with it, you know what I mean? So
yeah, Suge Knight definitely made that a territory thing.
Yeah, but even then, like Suge was, you know, he was on Puff's head for a reason.
No, for real. Speaking of Puffy,
the diddler.
Yeah, the diddler. We just like to over here on the Absolute Hysteria podcast. We just want to let y'all know it's always no Diddy.
No Diddy.
No Diddy, no doubt.
But yeah, so the big Pac thing, huge in the time. Pac definitely hit him up. Was definitely
that song.
One of the best diss tracks I've ever heard. Like this fool. I mean, Pac went crazy on this guy. Not only Pac, the whole crew, the whole Outlaws, all of them went crazy on him.
Yeah, no, that was, I mean, bro, that was a big moment in hip hop. You know, a lot of these youngsters nowadays don't even know about it like that. You know what I'm saying? It's history to them.
It's just sad that how the way it went and how it cost. It kind of costed two of the best at that time. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, and to speak on that one, to go back to the other one, you know, again, not to go back to it like that, but you know, would Jay-Z be where he's at right now had Big still been here?
No,
not at all.
He's still been a guy taking pictures in the back.
Yeah, 100%. So then it digs deeper. So you just got to go down that wormhole if you're trying to. But
why you think Puff had them both killed? Because Puff knew that that's the way he was to be the man. You know what I mean?
I mean, hey, bro, like, don't put no motherfucking stickers on my wheels, homie. Like, and whoever does, I'm fucking them up. You know what I mean? Allegedly, like, because they was in identical vehicles. So, like, I'm in the one without the stickers type shit.
Hell yeah. Sad to see that one come to a halt, man. But that was definitely a big part of, the whole history and the culture. Next one on the list. I thought this next one was kind of comical, because this really wasn't even fair. But we're going to go with 50 Cent versus Ja Rule.
50 body.
Yeah. Still to this day, like, 50, bro. I fucks with 50, homie.
I'm going to go ahead and tie the next two into the same one to save a little time. So we're going to do 50 Cent and Ja Rule and Eminem and Ja Rule because they both bodied him.
Oh, yeah.
Well, the 50 Cent and Ja Rule beef got real. And this whole thing was people actually died, people got shot, people got stabbed behind that. They actually pulled up and did what they were supposed to when it got that serious.
Both sides.
Now, 50 was the pettiest motherfucker ever when it come to that beef because G Unit pretty much put out at that time, I do believe it was like 12 different mixtapes back to back. And almost half of those mixtapes was Ja Rule Murder Inc. disses. So they was taking off and Ja Rule didn't have no answer. I think solely why he done so bad in that beef was because he got hit with a RICO at the same time when 50 was really going for his neck. So when you stop to look at it, Ja Rule couldn't really be out there doing it at the end of that beef. So it made him look weak. It made him look like he lost when honestly, he's a great rapper. We can't dispute that. He's corny, but he's a great rapper. When it comes to Eminem and Ja Rule, who else has called Haley what he called her on a song and didn't get touched for it?
That's one thing you can't say is what do you say? Your mama's a crackhead, Kim's a well-known slut. What do you think Haley's going to be when she grows up?
And never got touched for it.
Like, man, like, I thought for sure that was going to end bad for him. It did. M came on it lyrically, came at him, but I thought he was for real going to get touched on that one.
Yeah, again, people every other camp was, losing bodies behind that. People was getting put in the hospital. Houses were getting shot up. 50 Cent's baby mama at the time's house got set on fire over all that. But Ja Rule never got touched when it came to Eminem.
Yeah, that whole situation, and like Kinkaid said, when you getting hit with a RICO because of your company name and whatnot, like, and you're all eyes on me type shit, not to, no pun intended, like, yeah,
you ain't saying shit.
You can't do much. You can't do nothing. You can't clap back. You can't, retaliate in no type of way. Even though, like, the dude's homie got stabbed, like they was, but once you facing that type of shit, bro, you got to lay down, and
right.
That was a career ender for him, really. But like if you're balancing it out, hey, take my career as long as I'm free. You know what I mean? I don't care.
Yep.
Shit, you had that rap career, homie. Like, because you can't tell me Ja Rule's still not getting paid. I'm just off royalties alone. He's good for the rest of his life. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. There's a lot of his music is still used in movies, commercials till today.
Did you see what was it, a couple of years ago, 50 went to a Ja Rule concert and bought out the first, how many rows of his concert?
Yeah. He might be good. He's not building a whole 330-acre movie production facility like G Unit, but he's all right.
Ja Rule just released a song about 6 months back where he took shots at 50. Been I think he talks about it's the first time he'd been in the studio for years. And the song was actually what he should have been doing the whole time, to be honest with you.
Bro, like if he's trying to stay relevant or trying to, become relevant again, that's all he needs to focus on, bro.
Yeah. going to somebody's neck, either whether it's Eminem, Banks, whoever.
50 with the with the movies and everything he's doing, and he's trolling everybody. Like that should be his main career goal right now, is to troll the troll. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that brings smoke with it, so you got to think
about that. He needs to get on a song
too.
with the game and go with 50. That should be hard.
Yeah.
So while we got Marshall on the topic, we're gonna move in. I had to put this one in here because of our culture and who we rock with. But Eminem and ICP, the Clowns and Marshall,
dead ass. Like when it come to bars and punchlines, Eminem made memorable songs. But when it come to comedy, bro, like I'm giving it to ICP, and it's not because I'm a juggalo or I'm a fan of their music or longtime follower. It's solely because they make comical music that you can remember the hooks to. They was talking about dude's mom getting pounded out by everybody. I mean, they just came at him, all guns blazing.
They had the homie in the studio that rapped just like him. So they're like, let's remake his track. Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
And
this shit was funny.
Yeah, Jamie Madrox on Slim and
killed it. You know what I mean?
You had Eminem's mom, or Eminem's mom's a bitch or whatever. Then they had that sorry, so please don't hate me.
Yeah, I mean, then they had, everything they done, man, is memorable. And my whole thing is, anybody says Eminem won that, instead of going out and looking it up right now in the chat, put 4 bars from Eminem versus ICP that Eminem said that you actually remember.
Well, and
the only bar I remember is when he said something about shooting paintballs at their truck.
Yeah.
Something about Shaggy, too dope, and violent gay. That's the only part I remember.
Bro, either way, I'm giving it to the Clowns. You know what I mean? Because he was out there on the biggest hip hop tour, the Up in Smoke tour, with the Blow Up Doll painted up like them, giving them promo. You know what I mean? So the little kid that they shunned because they put, might appear, might show up as a special guest, ended up blowing up and giving them hella exposure. You know what I'm saying? So you just turned all kinds of people onto their music, because they're like, if they didn't know, they're like, who is this? Who's this ICP he's talking about? Who's these clowns? So either way, like, again, lyrically, whatever, you know what I'm saying? But the comical side and the exposure, they took the W for sure.
So Bradley,
because even in his latest, that track he mentioned he mentioned Violent J, Peyton, you know what I'm saying? Like, so he just here recently on or a couple years ago, I guess, with that track, he mentioned them again. So they're still riding that little wave.
So Bradley the Ghost in the chat said that Eminem took that one.
I mean, I can see why fans of M would feel that way, because like I said, when it came to lyrics, sure. But name 5 bars off top without looking them up that Eminem said against the Clowns that are memorable. I mean,
exactly. I remember
had
one song, and that's it.
Yeah, ICP had comical hooks that are memorable. I mean, special guest clowning dude. I mean, it was more fun there.
Remakes of his song, like, man, yeah, bro.
Yeah. Slim Anus by itself was crazy. Then you go back and listen to Eminem Ain't Nothing But a Bitch Thing.
Yeah.
And you go back and listen to that song, that Please Don't Hate Me song. Man, come on, guys.
And the exposure, like I said, the exposure alone, aside from the music, they won off of just all the exposure they gained from him promoting them. Because all promo, good promo, so shit.
Hell yeah. So let's go to the West Coast for a minute. Let D get a little bit of shine. Let's go to one of the biggest West Coast beefs of all time. Let's go NWA versus Ice Cube. When Cube left NWA and formed the Lynch Mob.
Oh yeah, that was vicious, man. Cube was the
Vaseline.
Yeah, and then the shit he pulled. Cube was the pin behind that group. So, he was the heart.
He did that Vaseline though, bro. Like that was a jaw dropper.
Yeah, it was over. Murder.
But you know, Easy came with it too. You know what I mean? He like Easy came with it too.
Easy had Ghost Riders though.
Yeah, no, 100%. He wasn't no rapper. You know what I mean? So I mean, yeah, lyrically and Cube. I mean, all day just because he was the heart behind the shit. But you know, on the comic side, yeah, that shit was funny too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree.
But it's kind of like with the Benzino shit. Like when you got 15 people writing this shit, like, can you really call it yours? You're just a bait.
Let's go ahead and hit that one. That's on the list too. Go ahead and hit that one while we're at it. Eminem Benzino.
Yeah, killed him. Killed him.
I just somebody hit me up talking about, you know, asked me if I wanted to book his tour, a couple dates on his tour. Nah. Can I get M's brother to DJ the show? Can we call it the fucking Slim Shady? You know, like, nah, bro, I'm good.
Benzino the return.
Just you know, like, aside from everything else, you know, I'm not with that. Fuck the white boy, fuck the, you know what I mean? Like, come on, bro.
Yeah, I don't do that race shit.
Come on, man. This music, homie. Like, there's black dudes in country. There's black, like, music is music. This is not one race. This is not one race's, you know, style of music. Like, so I'm not with all that shit, period. You know what I'm saying? So, fuck him. You know what I'm saying? And then he's just a clown either way. Like, he's just trying to stay relevant, bro. You talking about something that's 25. Eminem, man, that's why he ain't responding. He ain't worried about no Benzino.
The man looks like a whole ass pit bull.
Go over there and fucking to the restaurant, buy all the spaghetti you want, throw it against the wall. I don't care. You bought this shit.
Facts.
Because I get the money, the wages I'm paying that worker to clean that shit up off the pavement. I'm still winning off the profit I made off you buying that spaghetti, bro. So buy all the spaghetti you want.
He said, yep. Exactly.
I say that about a couple things, Seth. I actually use that same exact line but it's about I'm not a juggalo rapper. I'm just a rapper who happens to be a juggalo.
Yeah, 100%, man. I make music. You know what I mean? Whatever the sound tells me to fucking, you know, if I'm fucking with it, I'm fucking with it.
So let's jump in. We still got quite a bit more. We're about to move this shit. So we got Cardi B and Nicki Minaj. I had to throw some female beef on here. Cardi B and Nicki Minaj.
The only thing I know about that is they made some songs I didn't listen to. Somebody got punched and hit with a shoe, and Cardi B sucked dick to get where she's at.
You know more than I know.
So which one, lyrically, song wise, which one do you fuck with, Nicki or Cardi?
Nicki,
or neither
all
one?
day.
Yeah, Nicki, bro. Nicki's harder.
Cardi's that special kid that tries to rap.
I like Cardi's early shit before she blew up, though. I like her, like the shit she was dropping on World Star.
Back when she was drugging and robbing men.
Yeah, that's different between when you're hungry and, you know what I mean, when you're just doing the shit to do it.
But Nicki's got where she changes her voice and goes into that real aggressive shit. I love that.
Yes. Oh yeah, she's a beast, bro. She's a beast.
Like I think her and M should have worked together a lot more, man, and did that more darker style of her shit, that where she turns that her voice and shit. That'd be dope. But next on the list, Gucci Mane and Young Jeezy, and this one got real.
Gucci had the W coming out with me back in the day because I actually thought he was the one that killed that dude that Jeezy put that hit on his head about. But then come to find out he's just talking about a body he ain't do. So, and I've never really thought he was a good rapper, so I'm gonna give it to Young Jeezy all day. I know I'm gonna catch a lot of flack, but Jeezy just has.
You talking about when the dudes tried to break into his house and
he supposedly shot him, drug him down a field, and yeah, none of that happened. It wasn't his body. That's came out as, you know, all fiction on his end.
They said Gucci Mane came to the door butthole naked and shot off and fought off 4 attackers naked.
That's that Soldier Boy shit where I was standing over him with the Draco, pow, pow, pow. When you shot a dude in the ass because he was running away, like
Yeah.
Take credit for bodies you ain't get. That dude's weird, man. Like, yeah, Jeezy's always had the bars, the delivery, everything about him is the whole package. Gucci's just kind of like, again, the retarded kid trying to rap.
I mean, I never fucked with Gucci. I mean, I listened to a little Jeezy like when he first came out.
I like the song they did together, So Icy. When that first came out.
Yeah, no, I mean, when it first came out, yeah, that shit was popping. But that's not my lane either way.
Hell yeah. So keep it moving. 3-6 Mafia and Bone Thugs in Harmony, which is a really sad one for me.
Oh man, I'm riding with Bone all day.
Absolutely.
100%, bro. Bone is like, if not one of the greatest hip hop groups of all time.
I put their top. There's a two-way tie for me. It's Bone and Outkast are my two favorites.
Yeah.
I gotta go with Bone on that one, bro. Just because there's for one. We've been in groups. There's more members. They of course they got their issues and shit, but I just gotta ride with Bone, bro.
I liked when they did the verses. We're Busy, fucking Busy went crazy. They had to kick Busy's ass out the fucking verses.
Man, cause he takes that shit, to heart, bro. That's everything to him. You ain't gonna get up there and disrespect him and not get stolen about it.
Yeah, well, fucking Juicy J told him to suck his dick. Fucking Busy's like, what? What?
Oh, fuck it, yeah.
We don't take that shit lightly. Like,
fuck these cameras.
Yeah, in the street, you tell a man to suck your dick, man.
It's if you don't fire on him, you're a whore. I mean, that's just how I was raised.
Yeah, fuck them cameras.
Damn, Seth. He said 3. Damn, Seth. Come on, man.
Bro.
We from the Midwest, dog.
I'm from the 10. I'd lose my card to even say Ohio's my home if I said different. So.
Hey, Seth's from Indiana, so he ain't that far away. Come on, dog.
Move that man.
Bradley said, what? What? What?
What?
Boo.
You're gonna miss that big body.
Revoke his pass.
Yeah, I mean, to each his own. You know what I'm saying? Like some people like Jay-Z. Yeah, I'm with it. To each his own, bro. Like that's your opinion. You more than welcome to it.
Hey, I agree, Seth. Everybody's got their own opinions, man. I fight about that all the time, man. But
like I said, I'm not real big on the East Coast, bro. Like I mean, I respect Wu-Tang, but I didn't listen to Wu-Tang. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
Let's take it back. So let's take it back to a little bit further and get some old school beef on here. What about that LL Cool J and Cannabis?
Cannabis is raw, man.
Cannabis is always going to be the dude to go to if you're actually listening to lyrics. I'm not too familiar with that beef because I don't really care much for either artist. I just have respect for Cannabis lyrically.
Basically, Cannabis and LL did a track back in the day called 4321, and LL believes that Cannabis dissed him on his own track. So he fired back at him.
I mean, that's what you got to do if that's what you believe. Yeah.
It was a nice little beef, man. LL definitely threw some shots in there. That's who they say Mama said knock you out. That's who that was supposedly inspired by. I'm gonna knock you out. I love LL. LL was one of my favorite rappers growing up, like one of my earliest influences, before I even knew who Big and Pac was.
I ain't never really been paying all that much of him, to be honest with you.
I mean, I fucked with that track, That track was hard.
Next on the list, I had to throw this one on there just because this one was crazy. Not just as like an actual beef, like physical beef, but it was an internet beef and it was kind of entertaining. The whole Tom McDonald, Mac Lethal thing.
Yeah. I don't like neither one of them. Fuck them both.
Check. Yeah, the whole Tom McDonald, Mac Lethal, man, it was kind of funny, man. Them two went back and forth. like crazy. But in the end, I'm gonna give it to Tom because Mac Lethal's career just fucking took a nosedive after that.
I mean, I get it because I mean, I'm sure Tom McDonald's fan base is going to be way more dedicated than Mac Lethal's. But at the same time, how the fuck you gonna have rap beef with somebody that can literally get on there and rap in 40 different ways in in a 5-minute video?
He didn't do too much of that on them diss tracks because Tom ate his ass.
No, dude's got sausage tattooed on his lip. I don't want to hear it.
Look, he ate his ass. No Diddy.
He probably did.
No Diddy.
All Diddy, more than likely.
And, so next, let's see. Oh, then we run out of time. I'm gonna get these in here. Bravo Gator versus Haystack.
You dead wrong.
Had to do it. Had to do it.
I gotta give it to Bravo, man. Like he really went his stack harder than anybody has. I'm sorry,
but the
100%, bro. Like
Stack never responded.
That's what I was gonna say. Was there even a response to Bravo's? Like, if you combine all his disses, like his 159 minutes of fucking diss track towards Stack, like, and then you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, bro. I'm a man, like, so. Like, bro, if I'm gonna take all the effort to diss you, like, I don't believe in like doing like don't get me wrong, if it's called for, like, I'm a diss, but if I'm gonna put all that effort to say fuck you, then it's fuck you forever. You know what I mean?
It's kind of like Stack trying to beef with Eminem and never got a reply too.
Yeah, I got this not this 10,000, but this 10,000. No, not this 10,000, but this, man. Shut the fuck up. You know what I mean?
That was all for clout, man. Stack was chasing that clout before it was popular. Like, he was
bro. Hey, Bravo, 100%. Like, just because, like, that, just for the effort alone. But again, because like, when they dropped that shit, when I got locked up, bro, he was going hard. He was going hard, bro. And then, I was
no cholo.
And then I heard the CD they dropped together and shit, and I'm like, that was like, come on, man, come on, bro, like ride with the shit, because you talked all that shit on that, man. You went like you dug deep, and it was like whatever happened, it was like, oh yeah, I'll do a CD with you, man, whatever, bro.
Hell yeah. So we're going into overtime right now. We're gonna finish this list off real quick. We got a couple more. We already did the Eminem and Zeno. How about ICP and Twisted?
Man, that shit happened when I was locked up, bro. I didn't, I had the church, but like, I don't know. I know they did in March, and they, they caught a lot of flack. I know a little bit behind this and that.
Started out, okay. Quick synopsis. It started out, they wanted to leave and create Magic Ninja. They wanted to leave Psychopathic. They came out with an agreement to where everything was cool. They were going to leave Psychopathic, but they were still going to be affiliated.
Yeah,
they were still going to do Lotus, Riders, all that good stuff, the gatherings. They were just going to be a different, like Hatchet House. They were going to be a different entity. And then
kind of like Chapter 17.
Yeah. And then some shit happened at the gatherings, like that. They came to like 2 gatherings after that. I'm not sure which happened first. The whole Young Wicked Samantha thing.
Yeah, I heard about that, and I heard a couple other, like, I know of it.
I know at one point at the gathering they were performing Riders, and you know how the whole lure of Riders is never to reveal themselves. And about halfway through the set, they ripped their shit off. And that was like a slap in the face.
Yeah.
Let's see who else. And then there was the whole Samantha, Otis or Wicked, fucking Jump City's daughter, then having a kid with her after he was told not to, and da-da-da-da-da. And then he went and signed with Twisted, and pretty much Twisted took the entire label with him.
Yeah, I seen the timeline of that.
Yeah. My opinion about that whole issue is it's a draw. I'm gonna say the reason I'm giving it a draw, nobody wins, because it was more bad for the culture and the family than it was anything. You still have people talking about it and trying to choose sides and all the time trying to talk down on everybody when it has done nothing but, you know, put in hate in an already what people perceive as something bad. It's just, you know, stamped people's opinions, really.
No, and I've been there firsthand. You know what I mean? As we all know, and for those that don't know, you know what I mean, pull the resume. So I've been there firsthand, except I've experienced you know, the worst of it. So like Jay, you know, like Kinkaid said, yeah, no, I agree 100%. Like the homie said, you know, it's way deeper than a lot of us know. 1,000%. You know what I'm saying? And it's some, you know, they're in the public, but it's something that should have been kept and handled behind closed doors, I feel.
Absolutely.
But some shit ain't, you know, some shit just don't happen that way. You know what I mean? So like I said, I've been there firsthand. I've been the one that's done dirty, you know what I'm saying? But I can't really say, you know, to speak on it like just publicly as a fan, yeah, I would say I don't think there's a winner on either side, really.
No, there's not.
It's
There's
not good
not
for nothing.
Because nobody's winning. Like if they was to join forces even tomorrow, it's going to be bigger than what either side's doing right now.
Oh, all it did was divide the culture. We're
100%
now, and we're divided multiple ways. Now we're divided because of ICP versus Twisted, and now whatever's left of that is divided now between Chapter 17ers and old school. You know, like the culture's in shambles, man. Like it's divided in so many different ways, and all it would take is, you know, a lot of people just to sit down, pull this shit back together, and there's money to be made, bro.
But you know, speaking on it from firsthand experience, bro, that's hard to do. Once you know, you feel motherfuckers went so far, man. Like there's no turning back. And like what Jay says in every interview, you know what I mean? Like he says blatantly, fuck Twisted. He's never gonna fuck with him. And I feel him on that he's 100% feels that way. You know what I mean? So I don't see that they're ever gonna fucking get, you know, no matter who wants to. I don't see it meshing again. It is sad for the culture, but you know, it's like, what can you do about it? Like that's as a fan, you just have to fucking, it's music. You know what I mean? Like you can't get personal with the shit unless they personally did you dirty, and you know what I'm saying? Like, so I fuck with both sides as far as like show wise. I was locked up when all that shit went down. You know, as you see, you know, we did the Twisted show, and the next night we did a show with Ouija. You know what I'm saying? I do shit with Shaggy, I do shit with fucking Blaze, and then like you know, it don't involve me.
Oh yeah, no doubt. That's how I've always tried to keep it too. Like I'm not going to get involved in any beefs, man. I'm going to rock for the family at the end of it. You know, whichever side it's on. You know, we're not choosing sides.
Yeah, we've all performed for both sides since, you know, that shit happened, and it didn't affect neither of us or any of us.
No, because we got, you know, our fan base and our fam, you know what I mean? They, you know, some fuck with both, some fuck with this side, some fuck with that side. Like, again, that don't concern us as a whole, as a unit. You know what I'm saying? Like, Sinister Minded as a whole fucks with Psychopathic. We fuck with M&E. We fuck with Chapter 17. We fuck with Strange. Like, we ain't got no beef with none of these labels out here. But, you know, even personally, you know, I feel the same way. Like that shit, for one, I wasn't even around when that shit happened. So I can't even speak on it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. So let's get into, I got two more modern day beefs that are current. And then I got a couple little honorable mentions before we head out for this episode. But first, we got the J. Cole versus Kendrick Lamar.
Well, I mean Kendrick, because J. Cole already apologized. Yeah, he got soft publicly on national TV. Like, stand your ground, homie. Stand behind your shit. So
I'm sorry,
can't respect that soft ass shit. Whether, you know, that's some whatever. Call him personally and have that conversation personally, and then just, you know, let it go dead in the water. You know what I'm saying? But to publicly, like, and Kendrick ain't responded, not that I know of.
No,
not yet.
So he obviously he's not sorry. You know what I'm saying? Like he you know, he from the hood. He put the fuck you, motherfucker. He probably like, fuck you, homie. You said
I think
what?
he's going to more or less cook Drake though. I think that's what he's waiting on.
Yep. Then you got part of that. It's kind of part of that, but it's different. You got Drake versus the world. You know, Drake versus Kendrick, Ross, and Future.
Hey, Ross out there, bro. Come on, man. Like, I don't fuck with Ross, especially, you know, being locked up. But you can't
Ross
say that dude ain't out there clowning. Bro. He out there clowning, bro.
He was talking about with Drake. He like, how you going? You know, one of Baby's houses is up for repossession. How you going to let your boy go down like that?
Yeah, but you know, I fucked with that heavy. But on the same note, he kept calling him the white boy and shit. Like, come on, man. Again, homie, you was the CO. You know what I'm saying? You was like, you're the scum, bro. I don't give a fuck if you was bringing packs in for motherfuckers or not, bro. You was still putting cuffs on motherfuckers when they was telling you to.
Yeah.
You were still making a motherfucker feel a certain type of way. You were still running up in that cell doing shakedowns because that's part of your motherfucking job, bitch boy. You know what I'm saying?
And he lied about it. He lied about that shit because he done an interview when it first came out, said he was only correctional officer for 4 months. 1090 Jake got paperwork directly for the prison that he worked for, and the motherfucker was a CO doing shakedowns, as you said, for over 2 years.
Bro, and like got the video, like, come on, man. I know them fucking, and I had some cools, don't get me wrong. There was some cool COs that took care of me, you know what I'm saying? But either way, at the end of the day, they was the police and I was a fucking convict. So it put in a position where they had to do their job, bro. They gonna do their job. Now they might make up for it later, but they still gonna fuck me over and they gonna have to do their job. You know what I'm saying? If they're put in that position. So man, fuck him.
Yep.
But I can't, I'm not gonna lie and be like, dude, ain't out there clowning, homie. Like, but
he was funny motherfucker for real.
Yeah, no, even in the raps, like he's going after him, bro. He's chopping him, but don't like, you can leave that white boy shit out of it because again, it has nothing to do with nothing. You know, if that was a white rapper, you know, doing that to a black dude, like it would be a totally different. We would, you know, be a totally different conversation. It'd be all about race, you know what I'm saying? But since the black dude's calling him a white boy, it's a different situation.
Right now, in my opinion, Drake's got the dub right now because that drop and give him 50 was dope. But
he ain't
responded yet. You know,
Drake ain't right.
Oh, okay.
Well, man, he still's like, yeah. We all know. I mean, motherfuckers is caught in there. There's 5-minute TikTok videos of him stealing bars from other guy, you know, half songs.
Yeah, they've came out and called it. People in this camp done blew the whistle on him about, you know, he ain't write that song. I can't take you serious. I can't give you a W for something you ain't right.
No, not at all, bro. That's not artistry. You know what I mean?
I called that shit out the gate. Me and Easy was talking about it. It's like, you know, I don't like Drake. I mean, I'm not saying he's bad or whatever. I'm just not the biggest fan of the dude. But my whole thing is you know, Eric, you know, with Rick Ross saying, you know, Baby's house is in foreclosure, blah, blah, blah. Baby also owns 14 different properties. Baby didn't even know that the house was in foreclosure.
Yeah,
how much money does Drake got to make that label for everybody to be happy? That man done made Baby millions beyond millions of dollars. He don't owe that man shit.
I don't even know, like, what, bro. All I know is there's beef. I don't pay attention to that shit, so I don't know what it's stemming from. I see the clips when I see the clips. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Ross be clowning.
Yeah,
he's like the 50 Cent of like gangster culture.
He definitely clowning. He got the money to clown. You know what I mean? But I never fucked with Ross, so just for the fact that
speaking of biters, though, there's a lot of clips going around. Have you seen it where I believe it was Jadakiss that was calling him out, but they're calling Jay-Z out, and like they'll play a bunch. They'll have Jay-Z saying, "I'm a biter, not a writer," or whatever. You know what I mean? I'm a biter, not a writer. And they have it to that Jay-Z beat when they remixed it. But they'll go in and they'll pull out what another artist said and they'll play Jay-Z's version.
Yeah.
And there's fucking like 20 or 30 of them bitches. Like he killed, like he used to rip. He's ripped Pac, he's ripped Big, like he's ripped a lot of folks on lyrics, man. And I'm not talking about just one word. I'm talking about entire bars.
Yeah, bro. Or like riffs and shit. You know, there's a difference between paying homage and just stealing the motherfucking shit, bro.
And he'll change a few words, like, you know, if Pac said Pac, he'll say Hove. You know, he'll change it to cater himself. And I was like, damn, I didn't think there was that many of them until I started watching these videos. I'm like, dude.
Yeah, it's the same thing with Drake.
But yeah, so that was the new shit, man. We're about 13 minutes over. I'm gonna hit these honorable mentions and we're gonna sign out. But the honorable mentions, I had that 50 Cent versus Game. You know how that goes. I had Drake and Pusha T. I really enjoyed Pusha T's.
Pusha T killed it.
Yeah,
that Exodus song was crazy.
Push goes hard.
Then I had T.I. and Lil Flip.
Yeah.
All day.
And then once again, I had to put this on here. Haystack and versus Bizarre and King Gordy.
Come on now.
Yeah.
But yeah, those were the honorable mentions. Let's see what we got. What's up, Mark? How you doing, brother?
What's up, homie?
What's up, Mark?
Flip. All right. Well, those were that was the beef episode, man. About future, past, all that good shit, or past, present, all that good shit. So next week, tune in. We're gonna have a brand new topic next week. I'm gonna announce it a little bit earlier next week what the topic is, and I'm gonna put all the pages up earlier to where I can invite people to come watch and y'all can tune in. Make sure y'all subscribe to the YouTube so y'all can stay tuned for when the episodes come on every Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern time. I have some of the same guys on with me. You never know. These guys might be on. They might not. They might switch up. You'll never know what you're going to see on here. It's a weekly thing. We talk about different shit every week. Some of the same shit. But make sure y'all show my dude some love. Go check out Kinkaid on Spotify, all digital platforms. He just dropped an album called Wolf on Oak Street. Crazy album. Y'all need to go check it out. Download, support the man, cop some merch from the man, hit him up on the Facebook, show him some love. Same thing,
bro. That motherfucker hard too.
Appreciate you.
Same thing for my guy below, Wicked Wayz, the originator of the Glow Show. Make sure y'all check this motherfucker out solo. If we also got a group together, Sick Trinity, myself and Wicked Wayz. Make sure y'all check that out. All digital major platforms. And if you got a little bit of extra time, check your boy out. And looks like we've come to the end of our time. We're actually over 15 minutes. We had some shit to say, so we said
we've been there.
Fuck with y'all, man. Sinister Minded Music. Peep that new video, Kidnap, May 4th. I got that new shit dropping with Reno the Crow called Haters.
Yeah, the motherfucker hard.
When does Reno's album drop, you know?
Man, Mr. Grambo, we're not gonna drop it as an album. We're gonna break it in segments, and we're gonna drop bodies.
Okay.
Well, we dropping bodies in this motherfucker all year long, man.
Okay. All right. Well, stay tuned for that then. Motherfucker dropping bodies.
Pay attention to that Reno the Crow, man. He's creeping on the come up. I'm telling y'all.
We got Reno the Crow dropping. Yes, sir. We got Reno the Crow dropping. We got Wicked Wayz always dropping. Kinkaid's always dropping. I'm always dropping. The groups are always dropping. New projects are always dropping. So.
It's the year of the dragon. We focused on the music side. That's why you ain't seen a lot of shows promotional wise. You know what I mean? But the ones we do got coming, are gonna be off the motherfucking chain. But we're dropping music and we're dropping the videos on y'all, man. It's the year of the dragon. It's time to get this shit.
Yes, sir. You heard it first. Shout out. Make sure y'all tune in next week, same time, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Absolute Hysteria. Make sure y'all go to check the Absolute Hysteria Facebook page. Keep up to date for all things podcast related. And with that being said, I'm going to hit y'all with the outro.